Election Day was 3 weeks ago, but one race is still too close to call. The election for Onondaga County Clerk is just a few hundred votes apart, and a full hand recount of the 99,000 ballots started today and is expected to last all week. Our political reporter Luke Radel is here to discuss. Luke, good evening.
Hey there, Jake and John. One of the key questions that can keep people from getting out to vote is this: does my vote really matter? And as your resident political nerd, I'm happy to tell you that yes, it does. But here in central New York, in just the past few years, we've had several examples that prove it. Let's just take a walk down memory lane. The year was 2020, and this was New York's 22nd congressional district. In the days and weeks following the election, as the presidential race was coming to a close, the race in NY22 was still within just 109 votes. But by February, a judge in Oswego County had ruled that the election is over because state law at the time did not allow for a full hand recount. The victor, Republican Claudia Tenney, says that she overcame a concerted effort to, quote, steal the election from her through election fraud, despite the court ruling that there was no fraud in the process. However, her opponent, Democrat Anthony Brindisi, released a statement on the day of the election being certified, saying that he was, quote, shocked by the decision and that he believed a full audit and hand recount was, quote, the only way to resolve this race. With the margin so thin, he continued, we have to get this right. The following year, a new state law was enacted that mandates a full manual hand recount of all ballots for any contest where the margin of victory is 0.5% of the vote or less. And Onondaga County put that law to the test right here last year in the race for New York's 50th state Senate district. Democrat John Mannion ultimately beat Republican Rebecca Sheeroff by just 10 votes. Double digits on that margin there, guys, which is well below the 0.5% window. The process took until mid-December as election workers meticulously scanned each and every ballot by hand. And though she lost, Sheeroff tells me that she has nothing but praise for the folks who recounted all of those votes.
It's a thankless job. They put in so many hours. It is so much work. It's very stressful. And I actually am going to be helping out, I think December 4th or something, with the recount, because so many people stepped up to help me. You know, it's the least I can do. But I will tell you, these Board of Election workers, they worked their tail off.
So today in Onondaga County, that process starts all over again with a full hand recount of the county clerk's race. Democrat Emily Essie currently leads her opponent, incumbent Republican clerk Lisa Dell, by just over 300 votes. In a statement to CitrusTV earlier today, Essie tells me she is, quote, confident that her lead will hold and that she's grateful to the election workers for their tedious work throughout this process. Guys, that's all I have for you this week, but I'll see you next week for a very special final story on our Final Twos News. Until then, Jake, be sure to watch out for those snowballs.